Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Tomb World Survival. So today happens to be vote day. So before I go any further, if you have an interest in being able to vote on the goals for me in the upcoming weeks, all you got to do is go to the top right. It's the little info card, or go to Rhadamant.com. Hey, or even go to the announcements section of Discord and click the link, cast your vote, and we will have new goals for myself next episode. These, of course, are the goals from past weeks, and I am still working on the anti-sapper defenses. Alright, so let's continue. Here is one of the big projects I have in mind that appears to be very destructive, but will also be very productive. I'm going to knock out all of these natural rock walls. They are not, they're not all that secure, because you can't repair stone. Yes, it's possible to smooth them out, but that also unnecessarily raises colony value, and that's something I never like to do if I can help it. So I'm setting them up in a no-rad zone, and that should allow all of our people to go and mine that and haul the chunks that are generated away. I'm also going to add them to the limited radiation zone as well, so regardless of what the zone assignments are, someone will get the job done. Another thing I wanted to do is to change the bionic ear, of course, to an arm for our irradiated wife, Kazumi, because she's got that terrible bionic radiation damage to her arm. And then eventually probably actually adding... no, don't build roof. Probably adding... Instead of making a bionic ear, I'll probably end up wanting to add bionic legs to Poppy. Pretty much everybody should have legs. Legs are good. Alright. Here's another little project I'm going to do. This maybe won't make sense to all of you initially, but this is, again, part of the defense initiative, the anti-sapper defenses. So the idea here is to do something like this. I'm going to eventually excavate pretty much all this mountain here and put turrets that are well protected and guarded from the radiation using some of the overhead mountain and thin rock roof around here, so I can repair them without having to go out into the wilderness and get irradiated. But to do that, I will also need to create a secondary tunnel so that we can traverse around the perimeter of our base without, running the risk of, getting shot, stabbed, etc. So I'm creating a tunnel here to separate the two sides of where enemies might be able to come in, and mining out the rest so that it's not in the way so that we can shoot. So that's basically what's going on here. And it looks like we have overhead mountain irradiated tiles here. So this tunnel is going to have to be bumped over a little bit, now that I've noticed that. So the tunnel will look something like this instead. Yep. And I'll finish it off here eventually. Alright, there we go. And then this area here is for our brawlers to be able to absolutely ruin the day of whoever is coming in. There we go. And that will take a little bit of reworking. Eventually, in the long run, it will really protect us from raiders and the like. But a whole lot of work ahead of me for sure. Alright, so Jane's here is cutting away the mountain. I'm going to make sure that he doesn't stand in overhead radiation zones. Poppy has an inspired recruitment. That's cute. And utterly useless to us. Another thing I could also do is, yeah, and I probably will, is sort of abandon the tunnel exit here. Yeah. Okay, don't stand there. Stand there. Abandoning the tunnel exit there because it's just more effort than it's worth to try to secure that tunnel. And just focus on my defenses in the immediate vicinity. Alright, James is doing a pretty good job of not standing where he's going to get irradiated when he's working. There are some constructed roof tiles here that I am I knew to avoid accidentally utilizing. So the idea is for this tunnel, well, this turret will have to move. Let's actually just move it right now so it's not in the constructing way. So as you can see, there will be a different, definitely a significantly different layout around this this mountain here. Instead of trying to contour and gain as much area as I can, I'm just going for what will be really easily defensible. Oops, Symph, I didn't mean to grab you. Janes, I meant to grab you though. Alright. So, this little island here, I don't think I'm ever going to fully mine out because I do sort of appreciate that it will have some overhead mountain protection. But what I will do is widen it so that it can't be like a nice choke for raiders or whatever. For raiders to fight me rather than the inverse. Alright, so he's trying to do recreation and I'm not going to stop him. He keeps queuing for that. Alright, so aggro's up here. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to make the bionic arm over the components. And then we should have a arm for his wife soon. Now, any of these constructed roof areas I can then remove as we're no longer reliant on them. And I'm going to have to fix this. Oop, there is a bit of a collapse. Fix some other areas as well around the base that have constructed roof. Now, some of these roof tiles really are not of any consequence, which is why I haven't really focused on fixing them. Actually, let me keep limited radiation on there, just so that we can clean and tidy the zone, and then eventually remove it. Because we want to be able to grab these chunks without effort. Alright, you can probably see how this is coming together, I hope. Alright, so here is that bionic arm, and that's for Kazumi. And then eventually we'll get legs and the like for other people. Zafalu, how about deconstructing this door for me? We have a bit of a power explosion that just happened. Oof. There, too? Yikes. That's not good. Restrict. Let's... Alright, so aggro wasn't restricted, but that doesn't really matter as he was crafting the whole time. Alright, medical emergency. Kazumi is back to being irradiated, so let's get her inside and staying inside. And I'll fix up these solar generators. Now, another thing I had in mind is eventually getting rid of these wind turbines, or at least angling them so that they're sideways, so that I could reclaim more space in its kill box. That would be phenomenal, and something I'm very eager to do. Alright, let's do a little health check here. Aggro, you're going to stay inside. Kazumi, you are already health checked. James, right now you seem to be okay because you're staying within the confines of that uranium mining gig. So I'm not going to bother you. But everyone else, if they have significant radiation, they ought to be restricted. No, I think we're good. We're good to have everybody unrestricted. Another thing I'm going to want to do is to set up a smelt weapon. Let's not allow ranged weapons, but smelt the 2 melee weapons you have sitting here. Alright, this tunnel is definitely coming together. One thing I'm going to want at the end of this is uranium doors. These doors act as sort of security airlocks. Preventing, you know, situations like, you know, like people busting down those doors easily from happening often. I like how this is turning out. Let's expand this zone to be set up next to the doors here. Instead of repainting them, I'm just going to grow and shrink them so that they're the right locations. And that way we have traps near these doors. Alright, we are trying to finish off all the research, even if it is not entirely necessary. Getting some chem fuel coming out. That's good. Now, for security's sake, I'm replacing all the natural stone with constructed so that I can repair it if I need to. Costly, but something I'm going to do anyway. Alright, that is definitely not on the right tile for me to find it useful. Power's a little low. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright, so we have the bionic arm done. Kazumi is in constant pain due to that radiation. Radiation really does kick the pain up a bit. So let's go ahead and install that arm ASAP. Relieving her of her constant pain and suffering. Alright, Strummy's done with that. And we're good. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to do is to make Poppy something, because she's a frustrated transhumanist. So I'm going to queue up a leg for her. Poppy, of course, transhumanist. So the thing here is, right now she has a -4. As soon as she gets one bionic part, or really any non-organic part, even a peg leg would make them happy. Crazy enough, they immediately become much more agreeable. I'm actually going to make it a little bit wider here, because I might end up hooking up some sandbags to the area like that. Alright, Poppy ran all the way out there, but for good reason. We're going to set a turret up there to prevent that area from being targeted by sappers. Now that doesn't cover this little section of wall here. So what I might end up doing is moving this door over a bit. Another thing that occurs to me is I have been whittling my steel supply down, and you all have the goal of mining in the north. So really, the nodes I find up here, I ought to start to cut into with Jane's when he's free. And I do believe that's where he's headed now. I just have to keep an eye on his radiation. But as he's in this mountain, he should just be fine. Alright, Kazumi is no longer incapable of walking. Her pain has been reduced. She no longer has radiation damage, so that's good. She still has a whole lot of radiation buildup, but that's not going to kill her. Unless it keeps going up, which I would not let that happen. Alright, Mr. Cefalu, you're supposed to be Captain Constructor. Let's get you back on construction duties. Alright, obviously I'm going to need doors that face inwards here too. I kind of overlooked that, didn't I? Now the concept is that I will hollow out a lot of this mountain here, which is why I'm adding the double tunnel. Let me get rid of... So all of this here will get removed more or less and become turrets that all face inwards. And yes, my granite wall here will be absolutely pummeled. But small price to pay for a reactor raid defense kill box, I'd say, in my opinion. Poppy, would you refill? Oh, 11 was already doing it. I feel bad. Alright, the dead power situation will really have to be remedied. As well. And some of the lighting as well. This light could be installed here. This one could be installed up here. So what's going to be nice about this is the caves will improve in room quality as sort of a net result, because we've been, well, we've been improving them. I wonder how much steel that Jane's managed to... oh, wow, he actually did spend a considerable amount of time up there. I figured that he just breezed by and picked a little, because that's what they usually do. But nope, I'm very wrong in this instance. And any of these tiles here that could be, attacked, need to be mined out so that they're a lot more secure. What was that? The remove roof. Okay, they were removing roof. That's good. I just didn't want the roof to be constructed. So it's going to end up looking like that. And then also I'm going to mine here as well. Sort of fortifying the bunker, if you will. Getting ready for the inevitable war that will happen, I am sure. Alright, aggro, leveling up again in crafting. That's very good. He's almost a 20 crafter. He's pretty much full-time crafting at this point. Now we are, because of how tight this tunnel is, we are going to be basically constantly tripping over turrets and the like. That's just, yeah, that's just going to happen. Now I don't exactly know where I want the marble doors to face inwards. I have to sort of pick and choose. But for now, I'll put one there. Very glad that James is such a capable miner. As is aggro. Keeping us rolling. Alright. Safalu. Oh, really? Alright. Sometimes they take dumb paths. So let's try to fix that. Nope, still dumb path? Really? What if I forbid that door? You just go through the other door. What if I forbid that door? At this point... Okay, you know what? Fine, whatever. You want to be... You do you, man. Alright, let's put him back on limited radiation so he doesn't keep doing that to himself. Oh, speaking of which, looks like I had a whole bunch of garbage little limited radiation zones for a trade that I had there. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I want them to at least start to haul chunks inwards so we don't leave chunks like... I guess, Poppy, you're going to have to haul those all the way. Alright, base is becoming more secured. That southern door. Another thing that I failed to do, again, because I'm a genius, is some doors that face outwards here that allow us to shoot incoming raiders. So I'll get that rebuilt. Alright, mortars are done. We are almost done with all the research in the game. Just 2 things left. Not bad, I'd have to say. Not bad at all. Incapacitated refugee. That is a lot of turrets and mortars for very, very few people. I don't know. I'm not really eager to add any additional people to the community. I'm not looking for a Doc or a J. More chem fuel. Good. I'm building up my chem fuel stocks. We had them dwindle dramatically recently. So I'm definitely pleased about regenerating them. While Poppy's standing here, I want to build those walls. They're kind of important. Keeps us inside. And alright, rest. She's still in considerable pain due to the radiation. Alright, if he is deep mining, it means that yes, he has indeed mined the mountains up here. What I think I'm going to do is, so that I don't keep whiplashing back and forth, I will micromanage James's mountain mining a little bit. I do need to, of course, haul this stuff out. So, moisture pump should be the last. Yep, it is indeed the last research I have left. And then I can break down the research bench. And I don't know what I would even do with it. Here's the bionic leg for Poppy coming out off the line. There's a lot more steel here, too, which is actually pretty easy to obtain. What did you guys just do? Did you just build a giant roof for no reason? Alright, you know what, Safalu? You built it. You fix it. It's my fault. I definitely designated the area improperly, but yeah, we'll have them go fix it. Really? You want to eat meals out here? Alright. Well, at least the radiation will make you sterile. He already has had his kids. Major break. Oh, James doesn't like being up here very long. Well, if you're... Oh, don't haul 7. There we go. 75. Much better. He's working on his major break. Being in that drab cave is not doing wonders for his mood. Alright, another thing we're going to want is... Alright, the turret's probably going to stay there. But we're going to want dead power. So let's run light all the way up here and add dead power there. And eventually move this turret once it's constructed over a little bit, so it covers properly. Now, the power that it had going on through this cable is going to be cut. And you can kind of see how this is evolving. Alright, so we have a raid relationship. Mother of Hired Gun is coming. They are arriving in transport pods. Okay, they're potting on me. That's why I was like, where are they? I really, 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 really deeply hate transport pod raids. But, where are they coming? Oh, they're landing in pods over here. Okay, so they're going to be unusual with their tactics. Yes. Yeah, alright. So that means that I'm going to try to draw them to a place that I have well protected. So all of the turrets up here are going to get deployed. I've got to add them to limited radiation zones. And acid. You grab one. Aggro. You grab the other. It's a lot of raiders. So they do have a triple launcher. 2 triple launchers, actually. Ugh, and a doomsday launcher? How many? Just 2 doomsday launchers, too? Oh, God, this raid sucks. Alright, so Father, you could go back to what you were working on. So, I'm probably going to have to do missile for missile. Kazumi, you are going to have to grab the Doomsday Launcher and try to anti-Doomsday them. Doomsday them before they Doomsday us. Where is Kazumi? The only issue with this is Kazumi's radiation, I guess it has subsided a little bit, but it's not as low as I'd want it to be. So these 2 Doomsdayers are, let's identify them. We have Trumpet, and who's the other one? And Shah. That's what I really, really, really don't want to get hit by. If you can understand my reluctance for not wanting to be Doomsdayed. Alright, so Kazumi now has the Doomsday Launcher. Let's go and send you south and around. Pronto and fast. Alright, so we have some turrets set up. What I'm going to want is... What I really want is my, my sniper rifles, but we traded them away. For better or for worse. Alright, Kazumi's getting pretty close. They are all getting pretty close. I'm going to keep this doorway open. Alright, so some of them are bashing... What are they even bashing? They're bashing my walls. With a triple launcher? That seems really silly. So, Doomsday updates. Where are you guys? Trumpet. Yeah, they're both here. I'm going to try to... I'm waiting to see a opportunity for attack on the Dooms. It's going to be a short opportunity here. Gotta say that worked nicely. Now I just need Kazumi to listen to me and walk back inside. She was shot in the head by an LMG, but she managed to mortally wound Shah and take Trumpet out. Aggro and Stormy are down here, ready to lay some fire down. That Meleeer is not getting inside. So Kazumi is going to run back over to everyone else. Everyone else is already here for whatever may come. I'll check back on them in just a moment. All right, here's what I want. They are going to be... Okay, I don't really care about that light. They're going to be wrecking stuff around here. That's fine. Alright, they broke through a door. But honestly, having them... This is, again, why I have this turret here and then the uranium wall tunnel. This light needs to be uninstalled, so it's not in my way. Stormy, it's really no time for a meal. As much as I wish. Alright, these guys decided to triple launch on me. I might be able to actually save the... Okay, you are eating that meal. Nope, can't save the turret. A bunch of the other people are headed east. They're already sniping at me. Let's turn these off. Getting them a little bit closer. And this is why I've, I guess you consume the meal. Why I've cordoned off separate areas in this tunnel. This is exactly why. Because, as you can see here, they breach one, and I have multiple levels of breaching. Alright, sorry, Stormy, you can't finish that meal. There's people to shoot. Alright, so they are definitely stacking up around here. Ideally... Okay, so Shah's down too. So they have two... I used one, and I'm hypothetically going to be able to obtain two as a result, which would be very good. And we are putting these guys in the ground. I'm going to poke back in. Now, another thing I could do is... It doesn't... Oh, no, they're coming east. Okay. I was going to say I could potentially... Oh, man, they have a minigun? I could potentially send my Meleeers down. Oh, perfect. He's in that tunnel. Alright, these guys... I've downed enough of them that they're probably about to leave, I'd imagine. But that doesn't mean I should fight any less fierce. Let's go get this guy. Gonna get a lot of arms and armor from this. So, a lot of them that are wandering around out here, like this guy, ooh, he is dangerous. Hold on, let me do a quick inventory. So, we still have a triple launcher in play, which is on Lexi. Alright, they're fleeing. Which means Kazumi, go rest, and Tony, go stand by Kazumi so you can patch up. Let's try to get as many arms and armor from this fight as we can. Long-range weapons, of course, are going to be invaluable. Lexi has a triple launcher. That's going to be great as well. So, what do you have? Minigun, bolty, Sniper. Yeah, we're going to want to kill as many of these people as we can. Orders. Allow all. Also, excuse me. Hired guns. Mother's dead. Okay. Well, he's going to be... He's iron-willed. He doesn't seem to be upset by it, though. Oh, she's not dead yet. Cefalu, get over there. We are going to save her only to release her. In fact, Stormy... Let's have you capture her real quick. Where, Aggro is going to put as many of these guys into the ground as he can. Alright, so follow, you're free to do whatever you do, I don't know. Alright, wow, we are just... I don't care about taking their brawler down. Who do I want? I want Cross and his sniper rifle. Wow, we already broke his, thing, though. Alright, so let's go... Prisoner. Release. And... Already tending, good. Your sniper rifle's gonna be mine, bro. No choice in the matter. The rest of these, like the Doomsday Launcher and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to definitely collect, because it's important. There is also the possibility of stripping them. They have pretty good stuff. But, not marine armor. That would really make it worth stripping. But I don't think anyone has marine armor. Oh, they're in my tunnel system? Oh, they even sapped down here. I didn't realize that. 11. How about you, you come help us? Alright, 11's actually doing... Okay, no, there she goes. She did honestly, a terrible job. She just got... battered. Well, that's too bad, 11. I can still fix you. Shield broke your nose. In fact, removed it from your face. Alright, so Kurtzish, or whatever your name is, you are going to be captured, put into the actual prison. Tony, oops, yeah, you're supposed to be doing that. Med, you're being... Who the hell are you? You came in a really weird way into my tunnels. You broke that door? What the hell, guy? You know what? I don't take too... how much radiation do I have? 22? I don't take too kindly being punched. Or LMG bashed. How's that feel, dude? How does that feel? You're gonna die. Alright, let's take a wide look. Yeah, it looks like, they set some steel on fire down here. They ruined the crowd sleep caskets a little bit that I hadn't even claimed. But, Setsu, you're really not getting out of here. Oh, you are another person with, like, cataracts and whatnot. Alright, hire again. Saved your mom. You're welcome. 11. You are not going to be able to get that nose back unless I use the Heal Mech Serum. I do have 2 Heal Mech Serums, so I might consider doing that. And then... Stormy. I'm going to have you drop your stuff here because there are some insanely good weapons out there, and I would very much like to obtain insanely good weapons, and you happen to have no radiation damage whatsoever because you are our resident researcher, and you also happen to be the Night Owl. So let's go start loading up all of these beautiful things into our caravan. And then dumping them into the tunnels. So that they don't get destroyed. Alright, so we have a little bit more weight left. Some of the pathing we're taking is obscene. Whatever. Alright, so now we have some guns. Bring them over and ditch them. Beautiful. And let's get back out there and do it more. In fact, we'll probably end up cleaning up most of these corpses the very same way. So I got the Doomsdays. Getting a bunch of sniper rifles. That could have been useful doing that trade not too long ago. Smoke Leaf, assault rifle, yayo. No one really came east. The fight was obviously here. But, it could have been really, really hard. I'm not going to lie. It could have been, that fight could have been ridiculously bad. But it wasn't. Because I kept a clear head. And hit a really clutch shot with Kazumi. Alright, sweet. Let's put the Molotovs here. So, manufactured grenades, ranged grenades, Molotov. And then here, we're just going to have the Doomsday launchers. I'm also going to want another shelf for the, oh, aggro's in a daze. That's not good. I'm going to want a shelf for the triple launcher as well. But that's about all the time I have, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this action-packed, very explosive episode. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. If you haven't voted already, go ahead and vote. All you got to do is Rhadamant.com or Discord, the announcement section, and cast your vote for what goals you want me to have for the upcoming weeks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting this series, and I'll catch you all later. Adios.